I'm Thomas LeRoy, founder of the Sect of the Horn God, and I'm going to prove that pillows are one of the major causes of fatal car accidents. How can I do that? Well, look at the proof. Close to 95% of all people who die in car accidents slept on a pillow the night before. There's your evidence. Does that make sense to you? Of course it doesn't. That's an example of specious reasoning. That's what pseudoscientists use to prove their points. That's what the average Christian uses to prove the validity of Genesis. Let me give you another example. I live 2.5 hours north of San Francisco. 2.5 hours southeast of here is Sacramento. I can make the claim that by pointing my car southeast and driving for 2.5 hours, I can reach San Francisco. How? 2.5 hours southeast of here, there are tall buildings. There are tall buildings in San Francisco. There's traffic. There's traffic in San Francisco. There's a body of water. It's the Sacramento River, not the San Francisco Bay, but still, there's my evidence. I was out to prove a point. I wasn't out to seek the truth, to find the truth. I was out to prove a point. My car was pointed in the wrong direction to begin with. Of course, I can find the evidence. Hell, I can find evidence on the internet that the earth is flat. There are YouTube videos. There are websites. I can find evidence on the internet that George W. Bush and family are reptilian human hybrids. There's YouTube videos. There are websites. I can find evidence that the earth is only on the internet that the earth is only 6,000 years old and that it was made in 6 days. And this is even coming from, quote, biologists. A very small number of them. But I can find that evidence on the internet. These are all examples of pseudoscience, people. Pseudoscience, not real science. What is the consensus of the experts? What do the majority of them acknowledge as the truth? I'm not talking about corporate lackeys or politicians or Joe Public. I'm talking about people who are truth seekers, who don't have an agenda, who simply want to find the truth. What is the consensus amongst them when it comes to any specific topic? This video is directed toward the sect itself, because I'm seeing a lot of examples of specious reasoning within the sect, and it's disappointing. Like I said, you can believe anything. You can have that agenda, that idea, that notion, that emotional feeling that something is true. And you could find evidence for it on the internet. Doesn't mean it's true.